Hi everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. I am Nicole. I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for all of your love, encouragement, support. I love all of you. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude for all of you. Thank you all so much. Welcome to the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and join the capital LOVE tribe. Okay, so today's video is going to be about not allowing people to put you in a box. Oftentimes, as humans, I guess because we feel like we need to control, we feel like we have this way about us where we have to, in order to understand someone, in order to feel safe or to control the situation, we have this mindset of we need to put people in a certain box to keep them in this box so we understand who they are, where they're coming from, their point of view, how to just measure their next steps. Again, to me, a lot of it is about control. But don't allow people to put you in a box. First of all, don't put yourself in a box. You are a multi-dimensional human being, okay? You're a human being you're a divine being having a human experience. You are multi-dimensional. You're multifaceted, multi-talented. Notice how I keep saying multi, okay? You are meant to do so many things. You're not a one-trick pony. You're not just here to just, do that one thing and then that's it. We are here to spread our wings. That's what we come to earth to do. We're here to spread our wings, to tap into more of our gifts, more of our wisdom, more of that divine knowledge that flows through us that we're able to channel and tap into at any moment, any second, any time, okay? It's all here. We have to know ourselves and remember who we are. But in order to really not put yourself in that box, you have to get to know yourself. You have to get to know yourself on an intimate level, meaning that you know yourself very well. Because in order for you to really not allow people to put you in a box or to put yourself in a box, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you're capable of. Even if you don't quite know exactly what you're capable of, you have an idea of it. Because you're always going to, just like the universe never ceases to amaze us, you need to have that type of attitude about yourself. You are always going to outdo yourself, outshine yourself, level up, do better than what was expected, okay? But in order to do that, you have to get to know yourself. You have to get to know your gifts. You have to get to know your abilities. You have to get to know your strengths, your weaknesses. What do you do well? Where do you need to improve? How can you improve? How can you pivot? How can you shape shift? How can you change things up? Okay? Because once you feel like you've mastered something, you want to try to do something else to stretch yourself, to grow yourself even further. Not to say that, you can't continue to do one thing or stay in one place, but you want to continue to stretch and grow. Because that's essentially you unraveling your soul and stretching yourself even further and leveling up even more this lifetime. So when you get to know yourself, that's about spending time with yourself. That's about having inner conversations with yourself, talking to yourself. That's about really peeling back the layers in your mind and really tapping into your hopes, your dreams, your fears. Because we all have fears. But it's about overcoming those fears and not letting those fears just sit and ruminate and keep growing, expanding, okay? The more you overcome fear, the more it's easier to do and you keep doing it. But what are some of the things that you would love to do? Because people, again, they will always try to put you in a box. They will always try to put you in a place of, this person just does this, and I know this about this person, so I feel safe moving forward knowing that this person is always going to do this and be this. But it's like when you really get to know yourself, you remember who you are, you push those limits every time they try to put you in this category or put you in this box. You're going to continue to push forward, push the limits, push the status quo, and show them again, you don't have me figured out. I'm going to show you another layer of my divine essence and my divine being, because that's who you are. You are a divine being, okay? You have so many gifts, so many layers of talent and abilities that it's just waiting to be tapped into, waiting for you to just get to know yourself and get to know what it is that you want to do. And again, this is what I'm saying, getting to know your hopes, your dreams, your fears, the things that you could do to make these things happen. You could do whatever it is you want to do, but don't let your mind hold you back from where you're trying to go. So I'm going to give you an example. When I first started really, doing things in the spiritual community, people would look at me like, like that was a bit unexpected, okay? I'm really good at reading energy, so I could just, people wouldn't say it, but I could tell, and some people did say it. When, like, for example, I told a couple of people that, oh, I do tarot, or oh, I'm a healer, or I teach people how to heal. And they were looking at me like, really? And I was like, yeah, I do. This is what I do. And they were like, but you don't look like you do that. And of course, I'm just like, what does that mean? But, I'm like, I always get that. I always don't look like I do this. Don't look like I do that. I don't know about you, but I've been getting that for years. Like, I'm a creative person. I like to write. I like to do a lot of different things. And people used to tell me, like, you don't look like you're creative. Whatever that means. Again, I'm like, what does creative look like? I don't really know what. And so when I started telling people that I was doing this work, they looked at me, they looked at my clothes, and they looked at like the way I presented, and they were just like, that's what you do? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what were you expecting? And they were like, I don't know, just I didn't expect for you to look like that. And I was like, okay. Like, this is what I mean. People will always put you in a box. People always, they want to box you in. The society, this is how we're taught. We're built to want to box people in. We're built to want to think that people are only going to do this one thing, only going to be this one thing. Whatever it is that they started at, the age of 22, this is what they're going to be for the rest of their life. People can't evolve. People can't change. People can't move forward. That's always going to be the narrative. But you're going to have to really know yourself and continue to push through that. Push through it. Every time they want to box you in, you bust that box open and like, no. You can't box me in. You can't control me. You can't do this. I'm going to show you again another layer of my divine being, my divine essence. This is what I'm able to do. I could do this. I could do that. And I could do it well. So it's so important for you to get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Because whenever I'm tapping into another layer of consciousness and it's like something else that I want to dabble in, something else that I want to do, like I said, I get to know myself even more. I get to know myself on a deeper level. It continues to go deeper. And that's a part of my process of like, okay, you could do this, Nicole. You could do this. This is what you want to do. This is the dream. This is something that you can see yourself doing. You can do this. Because you're going to have to reaffirm yourself. Because you're going to have everyone, well, not everyone, but you're going to have a lot of people doubting. A lot of people saying, oh, it can't be done. Oh, you do that well. Just stick with that. Stick with that over there. That's your strength. Don't come out of that box. You're good right there in that square. Don't move out of that. And that's what a lot of people succumb to. Because it's fear. It's fear. It's public opinion. It's, what will people think? What will people say? People don't expect for me to do this. People don't expect for me to do that. I've been told by people, like, when people see how I'm just talented and, do different things. Like, here's another example. So back when I was a teacher, I only used to do, like, little, like gatherings, like, for the staff. This is silly, but I just didn't want to say this. But anyway, when we would do those type of things for the staff, like, they will always put me to like serve food and like to do things like serve food and like cut the cake and like organize and do the logistics. And people would just be like, oh my God, you cut cake so well. Oh my God, like you're just like you're the best cake cutter. You're the best this, you know how to like make things like, I would just have to like get a few materials and like put it together, but it would look like this big party, like this big celebration. And people would be like, oh my God, like the budget was like $20 and you made it look like this. And it's like, yeah, like, don't keep thinking that, you know, it's just know that I'm multi-talented. I can do so many things. Start telling people, don't box me in, and tell yourself that. Don't box me in. When you think that I've done this and I'm just going to be this, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And it's not going to be in a place of I have to prove myself or I have to do this to show people that I could just do so many things. No, because I know myself. I know what I want to do. I'm remembering who I am. And I'm unraveling my soul on a deeper level where I want to stretch and expand. And I'm here to do so many different things. So I want to experience that and experience this life journey, living it the way it's supposed to be lived, where I'm able to tap into so many of my gifts and the layers of my essence, where I can expand, I can grow, I can do all these amazing things and feel good about it. This doesn't mean that I'm going to be the master of everything, but I could do a lot of different things well, and I will master quite a few things. So on your journey, remember who you are. Know yourself. It's so important to know your truth. Know your truth. Know yourself. When people will try to put you in a box. People will try to tell you how to feel. People will try to tell you this is how you should be. This is what you should think. Know yourself. The more you know yourself on a deep, intimate level, you really know your soul. And you're going to continue to get to know your soul more and more and more, and get to know yourself more and more and more. But really start tapping into that so you can know what you want to do moving forward. So you won't allow people to box you in. You won't allow people to try to create this narrative over who you are. You know yourself, so you know the narrative. You know what it is. No one needs to create that for you. You're creating that. It's being created by you showing what you can do and what you're capable of. So if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I love you all so much. I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself, for doing this work. Keep going, keep growing, keep glowing. Thank you all. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Join the Capital LOVE tribe. Comment below. Let me know if this resonated. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.